So good evening everybody and welcome to the Downunder Mastermind call for the 8th of October. And tonight on the call we've got Anthony Mkandawire. Is that right?
Yes. Yes, perfect.
I've listened to a few of your videos and you're introducing yourself, so I've picked it up. So how are you?
That's good. That was perfect.
So I'll just hand it over to you now and you can tell us your story.
Oh, okay, cool. Let's get into it. Hello, everyone. I don't know if you can see me on video or not, but hello. Wow, my story. How I got started with the SFM, I believe that's a good place to start. My story is a bit unique in that life was good. You know, I was making good money at work. I was making a six-figure income at work. And I wasn't really, looking for an alternative to what I was doing at work. I was enjoying life. We were traveling. I had a really good lifestyle. My wife and myself both had cars, with a house, a mortgage and everything. So, life was looking good. But the reason why I say my story is a bit unique is because I got bored really quick with what I was doing. And what I was doing exactly was I'm still working in the finance industry here in Perth. I'm working as a business manager for a car dealership. So I'd been doing that at that time for about 2.5 years, 2 to 2.5 years, being in the finance industry for about 5 to 6 years. And I got really bored because I wasn't learning anything new. So if you don't know my story, basically goes that I approached my manager and my manager's manager so I could get time off to do an MBA. Now with the type of hours I was doing 60 to 70 hours a week, still kind of doing those hours as well, but obviously I'm in a transition phase because now I'm growing my online business. They wouldn't give me the time off to do the MBA, even though I was going to pay for it myself. And that crushed me. Like I wanted to educate myself. I got a degree in 2008, and I wasn't really learning anything new because I knew my job better than I knew the back of my hand. And I was kind of stuck. These guys, I had to ask for permission to get education. No. So I was online, I was on Facebook, I was looking at all my friends posting pictures of them doing their MBA, graduating, getting a promotion because of their MBAs. And there I was stuck, with nowhere to go, wanting to do the same thing my peers were doing, but obviously upper management and middle management both said no. So I stumbled upon advertising the SFM. Long story short, in that section, you know how it goes, 7-day video series. I think by day 3 or day 4, I was already sold on the idea and spoke to my wife about it, and I got started. And that was 2 years ago. So that was 2013. Now, I was hungry for education. I wasn't really hungry for money. So I just wanted to learn something new. I wanted new skills. I wanted, just to grow as an individual. And that's pretty much what happened over the last 2 years. I've been growing like crazy. I've been trying different things in SFM and outside SFM stuff, making this my main income source, but trying different strategies, different pieces of technology, different tactics as well, and just learning. I've just been on this massive learning curve, but at the same time, trying to grow an SFM business. But the thing, my mistake, and I'll share all this with you, I'll be as transparent as possible, is my biggest challenge was myself because I was learning so much from so many different individuals and mentors. My mistake was I wasn't listening to Stuart and Jay as closely as I should have been, and a lot of what they say now, like, coming around 360 this year, especially after Momentum Day last November, it just hit me and I realized, like, everything you need to succeed is already within the SFM, it's already within the community. Like I had to go, which is a mistake you guys don't need to make. I had to go around the block in the online advertising or digital marketing space to realize that everything I needed was already there. And I just had to practice what was being preached, so to speak, or what was being taught. And that's exactly what I've started doing now. And I'm just started seeing more consistency. I'm seeing less pressure. And, life is fun. My business is fun. I'm getting to do a bit more of the stuff that I like to do because that's what I'm passionate about. That's why I don't know if you saw my update a month ago. I started a podcast as well because that's what I'm passionate about as well. But yeah, I've just literally started following certain clues. Me and Robbie are having a pre-interview chat where I was sharing how success leaves clues. I've heard the saying before, maybe you have as well. And especially after Gerard, Chris, and Merrily blew up within the community and within their business, should I say, I started noticing what they were saying, like what they were doing, and those clues resonated with what Leah and Tammy said they were doing, with what Satori Prime said they were doing as well, with what Paul Dean said he was doing as well, with what Stuart and Jay have been telling us to do since the beginning of time. So those are the activities I started focusing on. And just to give you some insight and a glimpse into what I mean, you know how Stuart always says, oh, just focus on your money-producing activities. And literally now within my business, I've got two sorts of activities I do. I've got my MPAs and I've got my VPAs. So obviously MPAs means money-producing activities. I don't do any VPAs without MPAs. My VPAs stands for value-producing activities. So those are the two sorts of activities. And the reason why I do that is because of obviously the limited time that I have, because obviously 60 to 70 hours a week at work, married, and then, you know, I'm a family man as well, and then I'm growing a business. My time is really calculated. Like everything I do is at a specific time for a specific reason. There's no wasted time. Then I came across on my journey the 80-20 rule. You may have come across this already. There's a lot of resources on YouTube around the 80-20 rule, and for someone like me who was time poor, that's what helped me break down my MPAs and my VPAs. And basically, my MPAs consist of the 20% of activities that I need to focus on that will give me 80% of the result that I'm after. And my VPAs is vice versa. Those are 80% of the activities that will only account for 20% of the result. So yeah, I think that's a really good, I guess, a good intro as to where I started and where I am right now, and basically what my mindset is like. Any questions?
Cool. Yeah, they can be a bit slow to ask questions sometimes, but don't be shy.
Worries. Yeah, don't be shy. I'm here to help. Like I was telling Robbie again pre-interview, I was like, look, I want to provide as much value as possible. I'm giving you all my time today. Like generally I have no, like I said before, my time is very calculated. So I've literally calculated the next hour, maybe hour and a half actually, just to give you everything that I've learned, everything that I know, everything that I've seen working, everything that I've seen that doesn't work, and just give you as much as possible so you can take your business to the next level, from where you are now to where you need to be. Because I've done it already, I've seen someone do it, and whether it's worthwhile doing or not, and whether to fall within an MPA or a VPA or it's just a total waste of time. So yeah, ask away. Yeah, that's what I have at the moment.
You had issues with compliance on Google at one stage, did you?
Google compliance, yes and no. Yes and no. My Google compliance journey has been pretty interesting. It's been relatively smooth. I think the smoothest within the community with a lot of feedback I've been seeing. The only issue I've had is when what I had was there's an ad I was running on YouTube, and the YouTube community flagged my video as misleading or a scam or what have you. And this video was a Stuart Ross video. Oh, wow. So by the time I got round to getting a new video up, the Google said that my website wasn't compliant when they already passed it initially, because I got it compliant within a weekend, and that's how I put my video up, that how to get your website Google compliant video up.
Yeah.
I called them up and I told them, I was like, look guys, this can't be right, because I've already passed Google compliance and now you're coming back to say that my website is not compliant when I haven't changed anything. I'm being consistent with the content that I'm putting. I'm providing a valuable experience to the end user. I started using that language that they put in all their compliance blogs. I started using that on the phone conversation, and it took them 2 days. So they said, look, let us have a look into it and we'll call you back. One of our senior compliance and risk managers has to have a look at your entire website and assess whether it's actually compliant or not. And 2 days later, I got an email back saying, look, your ads are approved, your website is compliant, sorry for the mistake. We can see that you're actually providing value. We'll keep running your ad. And even with this, even though my ads had Stuart Ross in them on YouTube, I was speaking as an SFM marketing partner, which is something else I'd like to share with, because that's how I'm marketing myself in my email marketing. I'm putting my name, my signature is Anthony Mkandawire, digital entrepreneur / SFM marketing partner, because literally it is a partnership. So, you know, I told him, look, this is our company. We're providing an education platform. We offer a 7-day video series for people to assess whether our platform is right for them, and they have a choice, you know. And then my website just shares my mindset, my techniques, my skills, my strategies, and everything that I'm learning while doing all this, because, you know, I'm in partnership with the company, which means I am part of the company. I'm representing them, and this is obviously my website is my calling card, so you can see that. And, you know, that's how it turned everything around within a very short period of time, because I was also using the language, because I said at the end of the day, I am providing a valuable experience to the end user, and I'm sure you can see that when you have a look at my website yourself. I'm not misleading anyone, you know. And yeah, things turned around. So to answer your question, my Google compliance things has been relatively simple, easy.
Yeah.
I haven't had issues with it at all.
But yeah, just in the way you explained that makes it easy for us to understand as well.
Awesome. Yeah. I mean, when it first hit me, and when they flagged my ad, you know, obviously we go through this panic mode, mental panic mode of what am I going to do? How do I approach this? And I just said, look, at the end of the day, yeah, it's affiliate marketing, but our partner in 5 years wants to be an alternative to university. So I'm literally a marketing partner. Like, I'm an individual marketing agency for the SFM. So that's how I should present myself online. And it's all about perception. Another thing about marketing, perception is reality. The way you put yourself out there is how people perceive you, and that's going to be your reality. That's how I'm putting myself out there. In regards to marketing, in regards to dealing with compliance, and even with my emails. Email marketing is extremely important for anyone. Like, when you generate, yes, absolutely 100% important. If, you know, the affiliate program is what you're focusing on, SFM, generating leads is 100% important. If you're not generating leads, you don't have a business, because you're not talking to anyone. You're not getting anyone. Number 2 is email marketing. I personally believe those are my MPAs: lead generation, email marketing. Going back to what I said about success leaves clues. All the successful SFM marketing partners, I don't even call them affiliates in my head anymore. All the successful SFM marketing partners within the community email their list, I think, a bare minimum of 4 times a week, 4 to 7 times. If you're thinking, oh, but then my list is, say, too many emails or whatnot, unless they've bought an application from you or become a member, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. If they haven't spent money to join the community and start investing in themselves, it doesn't matter how many times you email them. I email my list 5 times a week, and for over a month now. All the people who had a problem with that unsubscribed, and I'm glad, because they're the people who I don't want to talk to. If they don't want to hear from me 5 times a week, every time they check their inbox and see an email from me provide value 5 times a week, then please unsubscribe, because I don't want to talk to you. I only want to talk to people who are willing to learn. And the way I approach my SFM business, the way I look at business in real life, you know, everyone's got some sort of life situation that they're dealing with. And maybe not everyone is ready to take action right now. But the fact that they're still on your list and they're still opening your emails means they're still interested, and they're just waiting for that right time for them to take action. And the more you just email them, that means you're still on top of mind, because marketing is all about being on top of mind. You know, they've got a problem, you have a solution, you keep providing value and being on top of mind for them. Every time they check their inbox, at one stage they'll be like, you know what, I'm ready. Let's do this. Where's the application page? Where's the membership upgrade? I'm ready for black. Well, I want to be a black member. You know, but you have to stay consistent, because if you're not being consistent, I guarantee you, someone else within the community, they'll find their ad, join their list, and because of the consistency they have, they'll end up signing up with them, because they're providing value, you know, 4 to 7 times a week in their inbox. And they're happy to log into the inbox because, whoops, my light just died. They're happy to log into their inbox because they're seeing this person who cares about solving the problem they have. And right now, the biggest problem is the traditional economy. People don't call it the traditional economy, but they've got all these little splintered micro problems which all leads to the traditional economy. And we have a solution that we need to present to them via the SFM for them to take advantage of the digital economy. Yeah. So, I don't know if there's any questions. I don't know if I'm answering any questions, if I'm providing any value for anyone.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Hey, Anthony, can you hear
me? Yes.
Yeah, it's Grant Claus here. How are you?
Good, Grant. How are you doing?
Good. Just wanted to, not a question, just wanted to say thank you for the work you do, because you're truly inspirational.
Thank you.
I've been watching your videos from time to time, and it's been a great inspiration for me, so thank you for that.
No worries, man. Anytime. Anytime. Thank you. No one's got questions. This is amazing. Am I answering everyone's questions? Am I like, let me turn on my light, but am I answering everyone's questions?
Well, you're answering a lot of questions. Sorry, am I coming through?
Yeah, you're coming through, Nick.
All right. Hey, Michael, Anthony.
Hey, how you going?
Not too bad. Hey, listen, you're talking about, clues, how this sort of journey leaves clues. Like, for instance, with Chris and Gerard, what I got from them was keeping it simple, with consistency and all that kind of stuff, and what they were doing with YouTube. You're talking about your 80-20 sort of thing, and it makes sense. But what exactly, like for your journey, 80-20 obviously, what exactly are some of the activities that you're doing? Like you went on about the email side of it. Is there, is with that one there, 4 or 5 times a week, consistency? Surely that's not all you're doing. There's others.
Yes, so that's a really good question. Like, that's perfect. Like, that's simplicity. The 80-20 and simplicity go hand in hand. It's just a different way of looking at the same thing. I keep my business activities these days are really simple. Number one, I have to make sure I'm generating bare minimum of 10 leads a day, as it says, to make this business work. So I'm making sure I'm tracking how many leads I'm generating every day. First thing in the morning, and my business activities start like first thing in the morning. I will wake up between 6 and 10 past 6. The first website I always go into, because I'm already generating the leads. Like at the beginning of the year, I did my market research. I've done my customer avatar. I know who I'm going for. I know I've got 4 campaigns right now on Google AdWords that I know would definitely generate leads, because YouTube is such an open platform. There are not enough advertisers on YouTube. I've seen a few websites say that there's more publishers than advertisers. And I've narrowed down 4 campaigns or 4 keywords that will consistently generate leads. The only reason I'm not on I'm only advertising on 2 of those 4, and that's because of a budget situation that I went through, and I'll go into that if you want to know that situation. But I went through a budget situation where I overspent my budget, and I had to stop advertising for 2 months, but now I'm back, but I can only support 2 of those 4 campaigns. But once my budget increases, I'll jump on all 4. But to answer your question, the first thing I do is I jump onto Aweber. That is the first website every morning, every day, 5 days a week. The first thing I do is get out of bed. Before I even brush my teeth, I go straight to Aweber. Log into Aweber, and I time myself. It has to take me maximum of 20 minutes, type out a simple email to send to my list, and I send it right away. So by 6:20 latest, it used to take me up to half an hour, but now I'm down to like 20 minutes, 6:20 email sent. Then after that, track my leads. How many leads did I generate the previous day? And then I'll track those. And then once that's done, the rest of my day, and those are my 2 MPAs. Those are my 2 money producing activities. Lead generation is on track. Email marketing is on track. So that's how I maintain my consistency, because as the day progresses, and the reason I do it first thing in the morning is as time passes, as the day passes towards the end, your mind can start coming up with excuses why you shouldn't do it today, or I can just do it tomorrow, or I'll do it later, or something pops up, I couldn't do it because of this or that. I make sure it's the first thing I do so there's no excuse for me not to do it every single morning. I've been doing that for 4 weeks now, and it's literally a habit. Like when I open my eyes, my brain says, okay, email, boom, Aweber, email sent. Second thing, track leads. How many leads did I do yesterday? Oh, sweet, I did 12 leads, fantastic, 12 new opportunities, brilliant. Next thing, I'm like, all right, what else is an MPA that I can do right now? Okay, I'm doing lead gen, I've got my leads. Let me do a VPA, value producing activity. Let me construct a blog, because this blog, once it's constructed today, I can send in tomorrow's email. And that's how it starts, and that's how simple it is. That's pretty much it. When another VPA that I've put on board is the podcast. So if it's once a week, keeping it simple. Once I record a podcast, I'll send it to my leads the next day. So it's recorded today, edit it, upload it today, send it to my list tomorrow. And that adds to the VPA. But the VPA is complementing the MPA. And if I don't have any content of my own, I'm not afraid of sharing other people's content online, because I'm using Sniply, and I don't know if you know what Sniply is, but basically it's a piece of software that you can use to leverage other people's content to generate leads or generate some sort of action. So if I'm sending content from other people's websites, sorry? Sniply, snip.ly. So I use that to leverage other people's content. So if let's say my leads have gone through the 7-day video series, and yeah, they're just sitting on my list. They're getting emails from me every day. They're sitting there. I'll send them content that I find interesting, that I know will benefit them. Even if it's a video, it's a blog post, what have you, I'll send it out. But what Sniply will allow me to do is have a call to action at the bottom saying, by the way, are you ready to start your journey today with the SFM? Click here. And most likely the content I'll share with them is something that will motivate them, inspire them, or educate them. And that's pretty much, and that's my 80-20. So 20% of the time, I'm focusing on lead gen, I'm focusing on email. Those are the two things I do, and I know that's going to account for 80% of the result. If I keep those, then I know, that's my business activity, and that's how simple I keep it. And now being a certain budget, and to obviously, I can increase my budget, but I know, to answer your question there, Nick, simplicity and the 80-20 rule, 20% of my activities, which are lead generation and email marketing, I'm doing because I know that's what's going to account for 80% of the result. And that also plays in line with simplicity, because those are my number one priorities. Everything else can wait.
Hey, man. I'll tell you what, it's pretty intimidating. I get you, though. I totally understand it. It's really intimidating if somebody comes in here and just listens to you for the first time. You sound really, really busy. But I just want to say this to you. What I pick up here is passion and fun. See, you're in the groove of enjoying what you're doing. And the simplicity that you are projecting as well is the strengths. Is your own strengths. You're able to prioritize based on your strengths, and it comes through with the 80-20 rule. It's fantastic. Thanks for that, man.
No worries, Nick. I mean, for anyone who, just to echo, or for anyone who finds what I'm saying intimidating, let's say you're not generating leads, right? You've just joined, let's say you've got your website compliant, because in fact, let's say you haven't got your website compliant. You're still in that stage. You've just started. You've gone through the modules, and you're ready to get up and you've chosen, let's say, Facebook or YouTube as your advertising platform. Your initial 80-20 will be understanding. I'll say knowing who your customer avatar is and marketing research, because that's going to contribute to your money producing activities. Customer avatar market research. Once you know and which keywords those people are typing in, or what content those people are consuming on Facebook, or what pages they're liking, and all that stuff, that's going to contribute to your money producing activities, because that's when you're going to create your ads to target those people. And because you know who your customer avatar is, They're going to know their pain points, their fears, their doubts, what keeps them up at night, what motivates them, what demoralizes them, what moralizes them as well, what they're fighting for, what they're working for, and all that kind of stuff. And that's what you're going to base your ad around. And that's going to continue with your money producing activities. But all this has to be drafted on paper first, so you don't lose the idea, you don't lose the momentum, you don't lose your findings, your discoveries. And then you get, then you work on your website, get it compliant, and get it in a way that it will speak to your avatar as soon as they land on it. Before they even see like an offer, as soon as they land on your website, yourname.com, what you stand for as your tagline, they're like, man, this feels right. And then they start doing the discovery. And then obviously you need your compliant pages. You're going to need your sitemap and all that kind of stuff. All the technical stuff you will need. But the content, and this is what Google wants, the content and the value you provide to the end user will be based on the the work you did in understanding your avatar and doing your market research, because those are the 20% of activities that will give you 80% result. Makes, again, aligns with the simplicity of building an online business, because it's about figuring out who your market is, where they are right now, and how to speak to them, the language they're speaking right now, because that will help you with building your website, content, positioning as well, and even with email marketing. Today, I love Mondays, but I'll love Mondays more if I didn't have to go to work, and then write a story about how you took the day off on a Monday and you just did all the things that you love doing. But now I'm also growing an online business because now life is in my control. And it's just a matter of time before I'm handing in my resignation letter. By the way, here's a picture. I've already written it, and that's the date I'm going to resign. You can be a bit ballsy with your marketing, but that fall in line with the 80-20 rule, because you're focusing on 20% of the activities that will give you 80% of the result. Once you're up and running, your website's up and running, your ads are up and running, then your business becomes simpler, because now you're tracking your leads and you're emailing your list. It becomes simpler and simpler and simpler. Like it starts about, it starts with research and building, but then once it's running, it's operational, it's all about maintenance. And that's pretty much it. And, and then just tweaking what doesn't work, plugging any holes if you find any. But, just to remove that intimidation for someone who's brand new, just focus on understanding your market and then build your website to talk to your market. And then advertise directly, do some targeted advertising, and the people that respond to your advertising, keep talking to them through email marketing. Yeah.
Awesome.
Any more questions?
Yeah, Anthony, are you doing any solo ads, or are you just Facebook?
Right now, I'm YouTube. I'm doing YouTube. Facebook to me right now is called Frustrate Book, because they're still trying to figure themselves out. And I don't like the fact that it has to cost me money for them to figure themselves out. So I love YouTube right now. I'm not saying they're bad. They just need to keep growing and understand because we're customers of Facebook as well. At the end of the day, we're spending money to advertise to their users, but that experience, that marketer to platform experience, they still need to figure some stuff out. I mean, there are lots of people getting great results on Facebook. I've got a bunch of strategies that I want to try out on Facebook, but each time I lose an account. I've lost like 4 or 5 accounts now, and I'm tired of going through that cycle, creating an account, advertising, getting some traffic, getting some momentum, getting some leads, and then everything shuts down because all of a sudden they changed the rule overnight and my ad isn't compliant anymore. Whereas and I can't talk to them on the phone. I can't call up Facebook and say, hey, by the way, I was running this ad for 3 months. All of a sudden it stopped working. What can I do to fix it? They don't have that level of customer service where Google does. If I have a problem, I can call Google. Google will get back to me. We'll work together, and then everything will be fine. I can depend on Google. I can't depend on Facebook. Yeah. So to answer your question, I'm on Google, YouTube.
Yeah, that's why I've avoided Google and I've avoided Facebook altogether, because of the Google slap and the Facebook slap. So I'm focusing purely on solo ads at the moment, and they seem to be working for me because they're targeted.
Mm-hmm.
So have you tried them at all?
Well, solo ads I tried at the beginning. To be honest, I think solo ads work if you know what you're doing. When I started, I really didn't know what I was doing, and everything I've spoken about, I didn't have at the beginning. Like I was trying to get educated, I didn't have information, and I didn't have the patience to learn either. You know, that's another downfall I had. I didn't have the, to me it sounds like you've got the patience to learn solo ads and how they actually work and get them really targeted ads going, which is great. Like you know, you can I think you could be a voice for solo ads once you actually get a strong, you don't even have to get a strong result. You can show people what's working, and then you can say, look, solo ads aren't dead. I don't think they are. I personally don't think they are.
With your YouTube, did you follow Tom Breeze's course or what?
I did, because I'm a gold member. I do have access to Tom Breeze's course. I went through it just to get an understanding, get a framework, and then I implemented it my own way. And yeah, my journey has been smooth so far. Like I love advertising on YouTube. The fact that there's not enough marketers on YouTube, for me, that's great because I already love it. I'm having a positive experience already. I just want to home in on it and you know, use it to take my business to the next level.
Yeah. Well, you're a natural on the camera, so it makes it easy for you. That, you know, it's difficult for us old folks. Huh?
They come about through doing the 90-day video challenge, didn't it, Anthony?
Yeah, I did the 90-day video challenge, did a video every day for 90 days, and the result is what you see. Have you done the 90-day video challenge by any chance?
No, I haven't done that one.
Oh, don't waste time. Jump into it. Jump into it, man. It's gonna. Yeah. You're gonna learn a lot of. I'll tell you this. You learn a lot about yourself doing the 90-day video challenge. My
radio though.
Sorry?
I've been told I got a face for radio.
In this business, man, all I would say is don't listen to the naysayers. Just believe in yourself, man. You know, just do it, man. Doesn't matter what you look like. It's about the value you can provide.
Yeah, fair enough. Give it a shot.
Yeah, definitely, man. Do it. You've got nothing to lose. Nothing to lose, everything to gain.
That's right.
Absolutely right.
Forget about the face. Regardless of what your face is like, and I'm not making comment, if you always smile, that, you know, it's $1 million worth of face.
Yep.
Look at Mkandawire now. Everybody smiles. I tell you, everybody smiles, and it makes $1 million worth of difference. And just observe, you know, models in pictures anywhere, and they look glum because they're so up themselves, invariably, perhaps. But if they're smiling, do you get my point? I reckon it works.
Yeah, so smiling is like, I told myself, this is very off marketing and everything. This is more like a personal thing. At a very young age, I told myself that I want to smile all the time throughout my life. So when I have wrinkles, I have smiling wrinkles. So I just smile all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, the 90-day video challenge changes. I believe it changes everybody, man. It changed me. And if you think you have a face for radio, well, I've got a voice. I don't have the voice for anything. And it had developed me it developed belief in me. And it came through with a challenge by Marie Santos to the group. And everybody was thrown into the deep end with putting out a video. And, a lot of people, their videos were crap. But what I got out of it was courage. You could see people's fear. It's your authenticity that comes through. If you don't have a message and you just talk, and today you talk about something, next couple of days you'll improve on everything that you talk about. It's you. People see you and how you talk. People can pick up fake, and that's in that video challenge. It's a very scary thing to do, but you just you learn to give, not give a shit about anybody else. And that's what entrepreneurs are. They don't give a damn about anybody. They just keep doing what they believe in, and before you know it, they attract the right people to their arena, as we are doing right now.
100%. And to let everyone else listening know, the person in the community who inspired me to do the 90-day challenge was Nick. Believe it or not. And I told him, I was like, dude, because of you, I watched your journey, I'm going to do the 90-day video challenge. And this was at Momentum Day last year. And yeah, I did it. And here I am now. Like, I'm not afraid of video. I'm like, bring on the next thing, which is now podcasting. Like, I want to be good at podcasting as well, so I can add it to my VPA arsenal, my value producing arsenal, and yeah, I highly, highly recommend doing a 90-day video challenge. And, other than that, I was going to say, look, I really believe in email marketing right now. I can't stop talking about email marketing. If there's anyone in here who's already generating leads and is scared about emailing their list more than 4 times a week, I know Gerard and Chris, one of their blog posts, they say that they do 4 emails a week. I wanted to do 7, but I noticed when I got to Friday, I just wanted to relax as well, which is why I stuck to 5 days a week. But set yourself like a 60-day or 90-day email challenge. Email your list for 90 days straight and just provide as much value but just get into the habit of doing it and just keep doing it and doing it and doing it. I mean, if you go to work, you send a bunch of emails every day to your boss's customers, not your customers, your boss's customers. So why can't you just send 1 email a day to your customers, your potential customers or your prospects or your leads? Why not? I mean, I send a bunch of emails at work. I'm sure I can just send 1 every day for my business. I really believe in that. And you can include a video in that as well. Once you record a video, being your authentic self, you've got a message to share. Share that with your list, and it adds on. Each skill you learn within the community builds upon the next. So if you're just, wondering about, I shouldn't do this, I should focus on this next, go to the thing you're most afraid of doing right now. Like, the thing you're most afraid of doing right now is the thing you should be doing. If you're afraid of doing videos, or because of the feedback you've got in the past, or because of something you've told yourself, that you've caused yourself to believe because you haven't done it, that's the thing you should be doing right now. If you're afraid of emailing your list at least 4 times a week, I would say 5 times a week, that's the thing you should be doing right now. If you're afraid of pressing submit for your first ad on Facebook or Google, or your first solo ad, that's the thing you should be doing right now. If you're afraid of, I don't know what else people be afraid of doing within the community to build the businesses. But whatever the thing you're afraid of doing right now, the thing you should do next. Like, that's the thing you should do next. Or when I say next, I mean now, because that's what's going to take you and your business to the next level. Because if you don't grow, your business doesn't grow. And you only grow through what you go through. I hope that makes sense.
Yep, Anthony, did I mention you're an inspiration?
Yeah. It's true. It's true. Like, if you're, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. But you guys have to do the work as well. Like, I can't keep inspiring without people doing work, because I need you to see the result for yourself and feed the energy back. And when you feed the energy back, I can inspire more people. So now it's up to you to actually do the work.
Anthony, it's Rex.
Hey, Rex.
What do you do when you get a person who opts in and becomes a member? Like, if I signed up today on just the $29.95 or $297 a month plan, and you got my information from AWeber, pardon me, what do you do to me then, apropos of email? Do you have contact? What do you do?
This thing I used to do, and now there's something I want to do. So I'll tell you what I used to do. What I used to do is I had a pre-written email, kind of like a follow-up, one email that says, congratulations, thanks for submitting your action. Tell them a bit about myself and how I'm growing a business, and it would send that out immediately. So it's, again, leveraging the internet, so I don't have to be hands-on all the time, because of obviously my time constraints.
Yeah.
But I found that that didn't really work for me because, how can I put this? I found that more, quite a few clawbacks. In the month of, is it June, I generated something like 11 applications. And I personally believe because of that, that pre-written email, 5 of them were clawbacks. So I said, okay, I'm going to stop doing that because obviously that doesn't work. And what I want to do now is have another an email money producing activity, but one is for my applications where now I'm going to start sharing with them exactly what I'm learning about email marketing. About digital marketing. And the types of emails, let's say, and it's going to be all focused on my blog because basically what I want to do is send people who put up an application, introduce myself, and send them to my blog, send them to my content. So whatever, if I've got right now I've got 2 pieces of content on copywriting, but it's a video I found off YouTube, and I share what's in that video and my perspective. And that's the type of email I'll be sending. Look, thanks for your application. You're going to learn a lot in this industry. To get you started, here's something. In fact, not even that. What I want to say to them is make sure you go through the getting started modules because that's really, I'm going to share something with you that I've learned on my journey in the digital marketing industry, and here's a piece of content. And I'm thinking of emailing people who apply maybe 3 times a week. Doing that 3 times a week because first I wanted to focus on my leads. Now that I know I can email my leads 5 times a week, now I want to email my apps 3 times a week and see what happens there. But I wanted the types of emails that I'll be sending to my apps, to answer your question, is teaching. I want to teach them about marketing because that's what I'm passionate about. I love it more than finance. I've been doing finance for 7 years and it's boring. It never changes. The only thing that changes is legislation and who's bought, which company has bought which other finance companies. It's boring, and the types of people in that industry are even more boring. So I want to teach people about marketing. And, I'm also passionate about personal, as you can tell. You've already told me twice that I'm an inspiring individual, but that's the type of content I want to be sending to my apps. I'll test it out and I'll let you know what the results are. But what I did before with the introduction email didn't really work for me. Did that answer your question by any chance? Did that work? Did I hit the spot?
You've stunned them.
No. I'm still fiddling with bloody buttons to turn the video on or the sound on and off because I'm sitting here eating my dinner at the same time. So forgive me for that. But no, that was great. It's always good to get another opinion about something. And is there any value? Put this out to the group now, because I'm happy to share blogs that I've written and I'm happy to share broadcasts that I've sent out. Is there any value of establishing an exchange of blogs and broadcasts that we've all used and sent out to our lists? I'm not looking for a free ride because that might be what it sounds like because the internet is unstable. I'm not looking for that sort of thing at all, but I'm just thinking every time I sit down to do a broadcast, unless I've got it planned the night before, which I invariably have, I've got the idea planned, it flows and it goes all right. Do you see where I'm coming from?
Mm-hmm. So you're saying
what do you plan out the silence?
So what was the question? What's the question?
The question is there value in us all exchanging and sharing our broadcasts and our blogs together?
Oh, that's a really good question.
Absolutely. And listen, it may require everybody to think about it because it's not the sort of thing that you say, yeah, that's a great idea. I don't think so. I think we've got to consider it.
Yeah, Rex, that's what the 30-day challenge is. is all about that Robbie's put together, and Sandra.
Oh, okay.
So if you get on that, you can exchange the blogs. So you basically write a blog and you can go and have a look at other people's blogs and comment on them.
Is that Grant?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you for that.
Yep. But that was one question I did have for you, Anthony. Is it all right if we actually subscribe to you so that we can study the copy that you write?
Sure, why not? I don't mind, the more the merrier. Send me your...
boxes on that as well. You'd like to sort of just study it and learn from it.
Oh yeah, send me your, either Facebook private message me your email address and your first name so I can put you straight into my leads, what do you call it? My lead bucket, that's what I call it. Because I use, with my email marketing, I use AW Pro Tools to kind of automate where my leads are flowing. So how my email marketing looks at the moment is I've got the 7-day video series, which I'm sure everyone has. After the 7 days, I'm testing something at the moment. I'm sure you're all familiar with the 8 reasons why you should join the SFM blog post that comes with, it's a cookie, it's a piece of content that comes with an SFM website. Like, I'm sure you're familiar with that, right?
Yep.
Yep, all right, cool. So here's what I'm testing. I've taken that piece of content, that blog post, I took it off someone's website, like who was running that website, and I've turned that blog post into an 8-day email series after the 7 days. So after the 7 days, the next 8 days, they're going to get 8 reasons why they should join the SFM. And each reason is an email with my signature at the bottom and a call to action saying, if you're ready to start today, click here now. And that's what they get for the next 8 days. So I'm testing that. I just started using that last week. Haven't gotten any conversions yet. I've had 2 unsubscribes out of 70. So 68 people are still going through that. And we'll see what happens, and it's all about testing in the digital markets. And then after that, they automatically go into my lead bucket. So in my lead bucket, I've got something like about just over 900. I'm coming up to about 1,000 leads. About 900 leads sitting in there who are opening my emails every day. I'm getting anywhere from minimum I'm getting is a 5% open rate. I've gotten as high as a 24% open rate, depending on the type of email I send. And now I'm working on click-through rates because I'm trying to send people to content or to an application. I've worked out how to get people to open emails. I'm playing around with different headlines. Now I'm focusing on obviously the content because I'm emailing people every day. What's in the email to get them to click to go on to a piece of content on my website, on someone else's website, or just say, you know what, today I'm ready to submit an application. Boom, let's do it. So if you send me your first name and your email address, your preferred email address, I'll put you straight into my lead. In fact, do you want to go straight into the lead bucket, or do you want to go through the 8-day email series? Like 8 days, 8 reasons why you should join the SFM. You want to go through that first to see how I've structured it, and then what happens, the type of emails I send after that. Would you appreciate that?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay.
You also mentioned a tool that you use to see where your email goes, something Pro, you mentioned?
AW Pro Tools.
AW Pro Tool.
Yeah, AW Pro Tools. I think if I do that, that'll be an affiliate link. I would rather you go straight to it yourself. Yeah, you check it out. I mean, unless there's a way I can get you like a free month. But it's cheap though. It's cheap. It's like $30 a month, and it just helps you automate Aweber instead of using things like Infusionsoft or MailChimp. It really complements the Aweber email marketing experience.
Okay. So you segment your lists the way that Stuart mentions that you should do you? You have separate buckets for things?
Oh yeah. As soon as the SFM, like I didn't listen to the founders call, the webinar. I don't know, it was on a certain webinar, and I wasn't part of it. But as soon as I went to it in the back office and I saw that you could actually automate when someone becomes a member, they move into a different list. I just implemented it in it just so that I just saw the greatness. I was like, yep, I'm doing this. Boom, 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 boom. Set it up, and then outside that, I started saying, okay, if this is what the SFM is doing, maybe I should also start creating my own list and test out certain things with email marketing, see what works, to see what doesn't work. If something works, automate it. If it doesn't work, can it. But yeah, I've done that. I have a bunch of different segments within my if you look at my website, it look a bit nuts.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah. But yeah, you can send it to me via Facebook. I think that would be the easiest for me. So if you just private message me, even if we're not friends yet, you can do like a request or just do a friend request or an email request, a private message request. Send me your name and your email. I'll put you through the 8 reasons why you should join the SFM. And after that, you're going to go into my SFM leads. And then every day for 5 days a week, you're going to get emails from me. You might even hate hearing from me at some point, but I'm going to be consistent.
Never that. Thanks for that. Appreciate it.
No worries. I just want to find out before we other questions. How's everyone finding today's session? Like, is it good? Are you finding plenty of value? Is there? I hope I haven't offended anyone, but if I have I? And if I have, I'm sorry as well. But how's everyone feeling?
How could you possibly offend anybody? Personally, I've had half a dozen things out of this already, and I'm very, very grateful and happy for you all. Love you all. That's the unique thing about SFM.
Awesome. There we go. It's been awesome. Looking at the content, a lot of value. Thank you. Great. Thank you, Mary. Is it Mary Limusu and Marge? Thank you very much for the feedback. Really appreciate it. Yeah, awesome. Only 2 people, 3 people, including Rex. Come on, guys. Where's everyone else? Like, there are a lot of names in here.
Well, personally, Anthony, I was shocked to think that I'm a subscriber in one of your lead buckets.
Sandra, shut up.
I just picked the term up. I didn't want to call it a lead bucket. I just found it online. I was like, you know what? I'll stick with lead bucket for now and try to find a better name.
No, but I've been reading a lot of your stuff that's been coming through recently, and it's actually good to get it, because you did go quite quiet there for a while. And I was looking at my email, I'm like, I haven't seen anything from Anthony for a while, and then all of a sudden, boom, you showed up in my email again. I'm like, oh, there he is.
There's a reason. There's a good reason why I've been quiet. Maybe I can make the announcement today. Actually, there's a few reasons. Some downs, some ups. What happened to me? Now, this is life, because obviously growing a business, life also, has to play its part, throws curveballs and stuff like that. So I went for the Traffic and Conversion Summit, which was fantastic. Like, that summit made me step my email marketing game up. Before that, I was doing 2 to 3 emails a week if I was even lucky. I'll do that. Either 1 or 2 emails a week. After that summit, I was like, boom, 5 days a week. It doesn't matter. This is a business. If these people, I have to stay top of mind. But then when I came back, that's when I was like, okay, now I need to launch my podcast, because I put a deadline for that. And then I was a month out of my deadline because I realized, going through the process, that there was a lot more moving parts to having a podcast than I realized. So that kind of, made me focus on doing that, which was not a money producing activity. It's a value producing activity, but it's something I had to do because it's something I'm passionate about. Just like you can see tonight, I love sharing, digital marketing content and personal development content that I know is going to help people, because it's helped me. And every time I share, people just say, look, dude, thank you. And I always get that response. So I just want to have like an open, consistent forum for doing that. But then after episode 7 of my podcast, I got a viral infection. So I couldn't do anything for nearly 3 weeks. I mean, I even lost my voice. I couldn't speak. I couldn't do anything for a while. Then that came back. And now here's the big announcement. Hope you're in your seats, but I'm about to be a dad. I'm going to be a dad next year. So,
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. And that's, I had to keep it quiet for 13 weeks. Now I had to be not just a husband, a real husband, because now I've got a pregnant wife at home, and I had to be there. And that's why I kind of like those are the reasons I went quiet. Some a bit negative, some positive, more positive than negative. But now that I've got a flow at home, I can really jump back and start providing more value. And that's why my blogs have started coming back, and obviously I keep chiming on this. My email marketing is insane. I'm generating leads every day, and I'm just focusing on providing value and focusing on my money producing activities. And I just really believe in this business. I believe in the community that we have as well. I've been doing a lot of research online about other vehicles similar to ours, and I can tell you right now, there is nothing out there like the SFM. Absolutely nothing. Like, it's amazing. It's amazing what we have. Like, sometimes you need to go out to realize what you have, and I tend to do that sometimes. I try to see what else is out there, and every time I come back to the SFM, I'm like, damn, I'm lucky I made this choice. Like, I'm so lucky I had the intelligence to make the choice and just stick with the SFM, even when things weren't looking great, even when I didn't know what I was doing. I still said, no, I'm going to stick with the SFM. This is my home. And I hope that answers your question.
I'm so glad you said that about the SFM, because I don't think enough of our members actually realise what they have in their hands. I mean, it's pretty damn awesome. I mean, just the tools alone are enough to blow you away. Yet all the training, and it's great to hear people like you jump in and solidify that and go, yep, the SFM's it. Look at other things.
Definitely. Like, I love that you saw, and that's a prime example. All those people, like, they have to live with their choices, like everyone else. Even us who stay within the SFM, we have to live with this choice. But this is a fantastic choice in my opinion, and this is only my opinion. My analogy that I use with everything I've seen, like, because obviously I came into the SFM and digital marketing for the knowledge and education factor, not necessarily the make online. Now I'm really focusing on the make money online and making that my absolute priority, especially now that I'm going to be a dad. I need an extra income. But the thing is, right, when I look at these other opportunities, I'm like, look, I'm sure it's great. I'm sure it will work for whomever the target audience is, because now I'm thinking like a marketer and a eyes now. But when I see the opportunity, it's only $47 to join. Oh yeah, the people, you're looking at the cost factor. It's cheap, but you get what you pay for. And being in the car industry, I compare, when I look at SFM and I look at other opportunities, the SFM is like driving a Ferrari. You pay a Ferrari price, you maintain a Ferrari with Ferrari servicing costs, and you experience everything a Ferrari will give you, the speed, the status. Okay, all the other opportunities that are cheaper and apparently teach you the same things, that's the equivalent of buying a Ford. Like, it's a cheaper car. It will still get you there, but it won't get you there as fast as a Ferrari. And you won't attract as many people to you as you would if you're driving a Ferrari. So look, if you're comfortable driving a Ford and that's what you want, go for it. But don't bag my Ferrari. I'm driving a Ferrari, for crying out loud. Okay, I love it. Yeah. Yes, I need premium and little, but it gets me where I want to go in style, and I can carry my missus with me. And look, if you say, oh man, Ferrari can only have 2 people, fine. It's a Range Rover Sport. It's still a high-end solution to the same problem we have. You can go and drive a Ford Territory, but I'm driving a Range Rover Sport. The SFM it's high ticket sales, but it's also a high ticket educational experience. Like it's up there. It's like flying first class or business class in a plane. It's the same, it's the same thing. And for us who see that value, we are in that market segment. We want We want that high class, high level experience, and that's the type of thinking, and that's the like-mindedness that we have. And for those people who left and didn't see that value, obviously they're not in that mindset, and they prefer the Ford, or they prefer the Toyota, or the cheaper car that apparently get them there. If we were to put both businesses on the same start line and say go, of course my Range Rover Sport or my Range Rover can hit the finish line faster than your Ford or your Toyota, or whatever car you're going to drive. So, you know, everyone's got a choice at the end of the day, but I won't drag out another business for the sake of making myself look good. The fact that they're doing that shows me that there's a problem with what they're doing. The fact they have to go out of their way to bag the SFM out to make the business look good and then mislead the general population. That's bad business, and that will last.
Totally agree with you.
I want to answer any questions that anyone has in regards to maybe any challenges.
Mary's posted a question there, Anthony.
I just wanted to see, I just have to shoot very soon, so I just wanted to see if you had any other pieces of advice that you'd give. I'm quite new. I've just finished setting up, so I've just gone through all of the modules, and I've just finished setting up my website, posted my first blog. So I just wanted to see, and also say thank you for tonight, because it's been awesome. And I just wanted to see if you had any other kind of I guess guidance that you would give someone who's quite new and just raring to go, I guess.
Can I just quickly understand, Mary, what you've picked up from tonight, so I don't repeat myself?
Yeah. So, I mean, definitely, I know I took down all the notes around, you know, really focusing on the market research, and that being a big part. And then, so I guess from where I am setting up the website, I'm in the middle of doing my market research, still nailing that. But I'm guessing, I guess the next major step for me is to start writing the ads and getting the actual adverts out there.
Okay. Can I ask, do you have a customer avatar?
Yes.
You do? Fantastic. So you've got an avatar, you've got a blog up and running, and you're doing you're in the middle of your market research. Which is great. Those are all valuable steps to take, and just to make sure everyone's on the same page. It doesn't really matter what system you're marketing. That's like standard. That's like a foundation for any business. You need to understand who your customer is. You need to do market research, and you need a platform where they can find you. Now, the only thing I'll add to that that's not really spoken about, I don't know if you've ever heard of the 5-stage buying process. This is something I hold dear to my heart. And I think a lot of people can benefit from this. Have you ever heard of the 5-stage buying process by any chance, Mary?
No.
No? All right, cool. Thankfully, I like reading stuff. I read random stuff, but this is for anyone, everyone, the 5-stage buying process. Whenever we buy something, right, if you haven't heard about this, check it out. Whenever you're going to make a purchase, you're always going to go, everyone goes through this process. I do, you do, we all do. If it's a big purchase, it's a longer process. If it's a small purchase, it's very short. Stage 1 is problem identification. Stage 2 is information search. Stage 3 is information evaluation. Stage 4 is purchase decision. Stage 5 is post-purchase behavior. So to give you an example of how that all works is, I'm going to use, because my avatar is male, so I'm going to use a male example, but please relate this to in any feminine way that you can. I need to, it's Sunday afternoon, and I need to shave because I've got to work the next day. So I walk into the bathroom, get my shaving stick, and start, get prepared to start shaving. When I start, my shaving stick breaks. So immediately, that's stage 1. I have a problem identification. I need a new shaving stick. So now information search for this problem, because it's a relatively small problem, information search can be like, okay, what am I considering? Do I want the cheapest shaving stick? Do I want to get a shaving stick really close to my house? Do I have, do I have time? Do I want value for money? These are the things I'm considering. I jump on Google and I see who's open. I see who's doing what price, and I see where they are from my home, the proximity. based on that information, that's when I go information evaluation. All right, cool. So I've done problem identification, information search number 2 as well, because I went on Google and I said searching all these things. That was stage 2. Stage 3, okay, information evaluation. I want the one that's going to give me the biggest bang for buck, because I don't want to be in this problem in the next 6 months plus. Like, I don't want to have this problem for the next minimum 6 months. So I want to get like a bunch of shaving sticks for the best price possible. I might have to drive a couple of blocks away from home. And that takes you to stage 4, which is, so there's information evaluation, purchase decision. So when you make a purchase, whether big or small, it always happens in 2 places. First, it happens in your mind. Then it happens in the physical reality, where you hand over someone either your credit card or your cash and say, yep, I'm ready for it. So your job as a marketer is to get people to stage 4 with your solution in their mind first, and then, you know, let them do it in reality. Because if you do it if you get them to stage 4 in their mind, you've got the sale. That's it. Like, it's done. I mean, there's some people who try to market to people who are in stage 4, but once someone's made a decision to go with you and what you're offering, that's done. You've got the sale. And that's literally you now driving to the store and purchasing that shaving stick. Because when you're driving, you've already made your mind up. I'm going to get those shaving sticks for $9.95. I'm going to get like 20 of them, so I won't have this problem for 6 months. No matter what ads you see, in fact, you even get ad blindness, because whatever ads you see on shaving sticks won't apply, because you've already made your mind up. You know, that's how the mind works. And then once you've made that purchase, you go to stage 5 with the post-purchase behavior. So you come back home, or I come back home, I use the shaving stick and I say, is this a really good shaving stick? Was my purchase experience really good? Do I recommend this to my friends? You know, that's when these surveys pop up and ask you, I hope you had a really good experience, and blah, 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 blah. If you had a good customer experience, you have a positive post-purchase behavior, you have a positive stage 5. You have a bad experience, and you have a negative stage 5. Your job as a marketer is to also identify people who had a negative stage 5, so you can market to them at stage 5. And how that also helps you with your blogs is, if you're putting a blog post together, you can talk to people at stage 1, stage 2, and even stage 3. You know, you can say, look, do you have this problem? Then talk about the problem, present a solution. You can talk to them at stage 2. Have you researched these 3 solutions? You know, let me give you my perspective on these 3 solutions, which is a few blog, like, you know, the review post. I'm sure you've seen those online, where people review different, like what we're talking about just now. People reviewing the SFM and they're bagging it. Or like, that's a strategy. It's a stage 2. It's a stage 2 and stage 3 buying process marketing strategy. Stage 3 is information evaluation. So you're considering going for X solution. Is that really the right solution? You know, you can write a blog post about that and share your opinion on that. Say 4, if it's good, which I really don't recommend, but it's up to you. Everyone is different. You can target people at stage 4 and say, I know you're going to buy this, but before you do that, check this out. But a lot of people get ad blindness by stage 4, so I'd really say for now, at the beginning stage, don't worry about stage 4. Lastly, stage 5. Did you buy this and then this happened? Let me show you how you can prevent that in the future and present your solution. But those are different areas you can blog about to your audience, to your targeted audience, because everyone goes through that process. You know, fine, you know who your avatar is, but once you know who your avatar is, and once you've done your market research and you only start presenting your blogs, start blogging at, you know, you can start at stage 1, start at stage 2, stage 3, and stage 5. Those, if you want, I can send some articles. Like I found 2 articles that explain the 5-stage buying process. But once you understand it, like I'll recommend for everyone listening in right now, if you just understand the 5-stage buying process, Google the 5-stage buying process in Google search. Just understand it, because once you get that, blogging will be easy, email marketing will be easy, videos will be easy, because that helps you create very targeted content. Because now it's like, when you know you're talking to someone who's close to me, far away from making a purchase decision, or they've made a purchase decision. Like, let's say, for example, oh, did you try network marketing and it didn't work for you because you had to recruit people all the time and you had to do all these open houses? It pretty much sucks. But have you heard about digital marketing? That's a stage 5 marketing avenue that you can get to your, you can use to get to your target, to your audience. But as a beginner, and you're blogging, like you started blogging, I would start now, what word am I looking for? I'll start using the 5-stage buying process with your blogging, with your blogging practice, because it's all a practice until you get really good at it. And with your email marketing as well. Those things, like that's what I'm doing, but really, like, do that, and that will also help you with your market research. It will definitely help you with your market research, because then you'll be researching people in stage 2, stage 3, stage 5, stage 1, because especially Google search or YouTube search, generally people are in stage 2 or stage 3 because they're searching for a solution, especially stage 2. People are mostly in stage 2 with Google search and with YouTube, and that's why I use it a lot, because I know people are already searching for a solution. They're in stage 2, information search. Or people have found a couple of solutions, now they're evaluating and they just need a bit of reassurance. So they jump back on YouTube or they jump back on Google and say, anything for me to do. And then I can catch them there and say, yes, no, maybe, this is what I think, and I hope that helps.
Yeah, yes, it does. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Sweet. No, keep going if there's anyone else. I mean, feel free to reach out to me as well. Like, send me questions via my site, via Facebook, because I want to start answering questions on a video forum, because if you're having a specific problem, I guarantee there's a bare minimum of 1,000 people who have the exact same problem. And if you know someone else in the community who has the answer to your who you can help out with, try putting your answer in a video forum, because more than one person who's got that same problem, and it will help them, when they come across your video with your answer, and then you present, you're marketing the SFM, you present the SFM as the solution. If you're marketing, is it MOBE, M-O-B-E, you can present that. Whatever it is you're marketing, the thing is, it's all, we're in a mastermind and it's all about strategies, but as a foundation, you understand the 5-stage buying process. You understand who your customer, your perfect customer is. You do your market research. Then you're ready for the big bad world of digital marketing. Yeah, I don't know if there's any other questions, or I don't know if we're good for time as well. Like, I know life, can, anyone else? I'm on fire. I'm loving this, man. I love giving value.
No worries. I think we'll wrap it up there, Anthony, and call it a night. Thanks for coming along, and it's been awesome having you on board for the evening.
No worries. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it, Robbie. Appreciate it, Sandra, as well, and the rest of the community. And all I can say is, guys, stay strong, stay focused as well. Keep it simple. Simplicity is another one that you really need to have. And as long as you believe and everything shall come to you.
You delivered, brother. You delivered.
Thanks.
Thank you.
We'll catch us all next week.
See ya.